All right, let's jump right into a really tough one. We're talking about one of the most head-scratching statements in the entire Bible. You've got this figure, Jesus, who everyone knows as the Prince of Peace, right? But then he says he came to bring division, not peace. So, what's going on here? How on earth do those two things line up? Let's figure it out.
Yeah, this is the Jesus most of us picture in our heads. You know, the gentle teacher, the one who looked out for the poor, the guy who is all about love and forgiveness. We call him the Prince of Peace for a reason. That image is so powerful, it's pretty much everywhere in our culture. It's kind of hard to see him any other way. And then, bam, you get hit with this line from the Gospel of Luke. Do you think I came to bring peace on earth? No, I tell you, but division. I mean, wow. That just feels like it comes out of nowhere, right? It's like a complete 180 from everything we thought we knew. So how in the world are we supposed to make sense of that?
So, yeah, that's the big puzzle we're tackling today. Is this just a massive contradiction? Or is there something deeper going on? Something hidden in these words that we're missing? Okay, let's really dive in and unpack this whole thing together.
Okay, so the key to cracking this whole thing actually lies in the verses right before that shocking statement. Jesus uses these two really powerful metaphors, fire and baptism. To get the division part, we first have to understand what he means by these. Let's see what they can tell us. All right, let's break these down. First up, fire. Now, this isn't necessarily about hellfire and brimstone, okay? Think of it more like a purifying fire, the kind that burns away all the stuff we rely on, all our false security, and forces us to see what really matters, our need for God. And then there's the baptism. This is Jesus talking about his own future, his suffering, and his death. He's basically saying, I'm under this incredible stress, this weight, because of what's coming. So you see, it's not just about judgment. He's also talking about the way to survive that judgment. So once you get that it's about cleansing and sacrifice, you start to see things a little differently. You realize that division isn't the goal of his message, not at all. It's the inevitable consequence. It's what happens when a truly radical truth comes crashing into the way things have always been. And to make this idea, which is thousands of years old, feel a little more real, let's look at a modern story. In a sermon about this very passage, Dr. Suze McBay points to a perfect example, Tara Westover's incredible memoir, Educated. If you haven't read it, Tara's story is just wow. It's both heartbreaking and so powerful. She grew up in this really isolated, abusive family, totally cut off from the outside world. They had their own version of reality. But then she gets out, she goes to college, and she runs headfirst into a whole new world of ideas, a different truth that completely shatters everything she was ever taught. And here's the thing, to live in that new truth, she had to break from her family. It was this incredibly painful division, but it happened because these two worldviews just collided. They couldn't exist in the same space. And that right there, that is exactly the kind of division Jesus is talking about. See, his message isn't just a list of nice ideas to consider. It's a direct challenge to our most basic loyalties. It forces us to ask a really tough question. Where do we put our ultimate allegiance? This division he's talking about, it's not random. It's a clash between two really powerful things. On one side, you have allegiance to God's truth. And on the other, well, you have allegiance to your family, allegiance to keeping the peace in your community, allegiance to your own personal comfort. It's a choice that can literally pit you against the people you love and your own desire for an easy, comfortable life. And look, this isn't just some abstract theological idea. For so many people, this is a real, lived experience. As one person on Reddit put it, really simply and clearly, the verse is referring to the fact that when people convert and accept Christ, it will divide the family and the community. It's about the raw, real-world consequences when someone's core beliefs change. It can shake a family or a whole town to its very foundation. So, where does that leave the whole Prince of Peace thing? This is where it all finally clicks into place. See, Jesus isn't offering us a choice between peace and division. No, he's offering a choice between two totally different kinds of peace. Okay, so you've got peace with the world. This is the easy kind, right? It's about avoiding conflict, not rocking the boat, keeping everyone happy. It's about maintaining social harmony, even if it means compromising what you believe. And then there's peace with God. This is a much deeper kind of peace. It's about being in a right relationship with Him, and that might actually cause conflict with a world that doesn't accept His truth. So here's the bottom line. The division is a consequence. It's not the goal. It's a symptom, not the disease. The ultimate aim is and always was peace. But it's a specific kind of peace, a peace with God that's bigger than just getting along with everyone. And sometimes pursuing that deeper peace means you're going to create a little friction with the world around you.
And that leaves us with a question that's just as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. It really all comes down to a question of allegiance. So, when the rubber hits the road, when your comfort and your relationships are on the line, who gets your loyalty? Is it the world? Or is it a truth that asks for something more? As always, that's a choice you have to make for yourself.